This is a recap for Tuesday, November 9th. So I am going to do the answer key for 1 through 8. That's what we did in class. And I'll pull my tool up here, and then I'm going to do the game that we played. I'll show you the notes that you should be taking, and then on the game that we played. So problem number 1 says divide, write your answer in simplest form. So it's a negative times a negative, so the answer is going to be positive. So that means that one's out and that one's out. 1/10 divided by 1/2 is the same as 1/10 multiplied by 2 over 1. So that's 2/10, and that's equal to 1/5. Divide, write your answer in simplest form. 5/8 divided by -8/9. It's going to have a negative answer because there's one negative. So that means this is out. 5/8 times 9/8, the reciprocal of 8/9. That's 45/64, and it's negative, so that answer is D. Okay, I'm going to have to erase this. So if you're still writing, hit pause for a second to get it written down. And we're going to continue and do problems 3 and 4 here. This is a negative divided by a positive. So it's going to have a negative answer, so that's out and that one's out. The 2 goes under the division sign, and the 1.6 is what we're dividing by. We're going to multiply that by 10. That becomes 20 divided by 16. Goes in once. I can make one group of 16 out of 20 with 4 left over. I'm going to put a decimal right here and a 0. And I can make 2 groups of 16 out of 40. It's 32 with 8 left over. And I can make 5 groups of 16 to make 80. So there's 0 left over. And so it is a negative 1.25. This I'm going to multiply 4/10 times 93/100, a negative 93/100. The answer is going to be negative, so we'll eliminate that. I'm going to have 3 digits in the answer to the right of the decimal, so I'm going to put that in ahead of time and do 4 times 93, and I get 372, so that's going to be 0.372, 0.372. The answer is negative, so that is C. If you're still writing, hit pause in this video because I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to go up here to problems 5 and 6. So negative 2/5 divided by 1/2. It's going to be a negative answer because it has just one negative. So that one's out and that one's out. It's always good to eliminate possibilities. Negative 2/5 times the reciprocal of 1/2 is 2 over 1. So that's 4/5. I'm looking for a negative 4/5. There it is. This is a negative divided by a negative. The answer is positive, so that's not a possibility. And we're going to do 0.32, 32/100 divided by 8/100. So I'm going to multiply that by 100 to get 8 and multiply 0.32/100 by 100 to get 32. And that's going to have the same answer, 4. 4 times 8 is 32. I'll leave that there for just a moment. If you're still writing, hit pause. There it goes. And here are problems 7 and 8. This is the one with the most steps. It's going to have a positive answer, so we'll eliminate this one negative answer that we have here. And actually we have two negative answers that we can eliminate. And we're going to change this to from a mixed number to an improper fraction. Let's fix that. Let's start that over. 1 1/4 is equal to 5/4. The reason we do this is because this is a whole number and this is a partial. So these are different sizes, and if we multiply, we're going to be multiplying different sizes, and it's messy. So this is all fourths. So there's no holes in here. They're all cut into the same sizes so that we can multiply. Same with 7 1/2. That's 7 holes and 1/2 piece. If we multiply, it's messy if we have different sizes, so we'll make them all halves. Then we'll do 5/4 times 15 halves. We get 75/8. That's a division problem. 75 divided by 8 goes in 9 times. 3 left over. That 3 goes right above the 8. So 9 3/8. And it was a positive 9 3/8. And then this says, what's the distance between the two numbers? So there's 1, 2, 3 1/2. So 3 1/2. The distances are always positive. Distances are always positive. All right, so that is the corrections. Those are the corrections that we made in class. We'll continue correcting tomorrow. And then we went to the Pear Deck and we chose which video. The videos go from simplest to most advanced. So if you are brand new to order of operations, you might want to choose the first one. If you remember it from last year, you can go to the second or the third or the fourth. If it was real easy for you and you want some more advanced ones, you can go to the fifth one. So you can choose and take notes for about 10 or 15 minutes and then come back to this video. All right, and then the last thing that we did is we did a game. So it's under the stream for our class under Tuesday, November 9th. And it is a game called Miss Nussbaum's Learning and Fun. And it's a little tricky. You have to go down, scroll down like this, and it doesn't really have a start button. You have to just choose. It says right there, choose your knight and sally forth, which is, it just means to play. So you either have to choose Sir William or Dame Gwendolyn. I'll choose Sir William. And that starts the game. And you have to click on what is first. So I'm going to do what's in parentheses first. This doesn't have any exponents, so we'll do parentheses first. And then the next thing I see is there's no parentheses, so I'm looking for multiplication left to right. So I have to do this first. 6 times 16 is 96. Then I have to do 96 divided by 8. 96 divided by 8 is 12. And then I'm going to do 12 plus 12 next. I'm going left to right. That's 24. And then 24 minus 6 is 18. And then it says that I did it correctly, so I click on to the rescue. All the steps are correct. The knight can go up the steps and rescue the prince, and you get another problem. So let's do, I'm going to do a total of, it said, I've got 1, right. I'm going to get my total up to 3. Okay, so I'm going to do this first. It's in parentheses, that's 7. And then next I'm going left and right, and I'm looking for multiplication. There it is right there. Left and right, looking for multiplication or division. I see division. Now I'm going left and right, looking for addition or subtraction. And then the final step. Okay, here is the last one I'm going to do. This is in parentheses. I'm going to do it first. The next thing I see is multiplication to the left. I'm looking left to right. I'll do one more after this. And then I'm going to do 90 divided by 9. That's 10. And then 6 plus 10, 16. And then 16 minus 10 is 6. Oh, looks like I rescued the jester that time. Oh, this is a good one. All right, so I'm going to do what's in parentheses, and it doesn't really matter if I do these parentheses on the right or these. I'm going to do these first just to go left to right. 4 divided by 4 is 1. And now I have to do these parentheses. 6 minus 5 is 1. Now I'm going to have to do 4 times 1. I have to do the multiplication first. Now I'm going to do 7 minus 1 is 6. And then 6 minus 4 is 2. Well, we've gone this far, we might as well do one more. All right, I'm going to do what's in parentheses first. That's 6. And next, I'm going to do this multiplication because it came up before to the left of the division. Now I'm going to do the division. Then addition, subtraction, left to right. See who I rescue this time. King Henry. I'm going to do this in parentheses. That's 30. And then I'm going to do this division before any multiplication. Excuse me, before any addition or subtraction. I don't see any multiplication. This time I've saved Princess Reagan. Okay, one more. All right, I'm going to do 19 plus 1. That's 20. And then I'm going to do 6 times 20. That's 120. 120 divided by 5. That is 24. 11 plus 24. That's 35. 35 minus 10. Excuse me, is 25. And let's see what I get at the end after all my saves. Queen Anne, okay. So you've rescued all 7 members of the royal family and hit the print, and I want to see what it does. see if you have the ability to save this. It has the time, and it says you rescued all 7 members. And see if you can, if you get this far, see if you can save it onto your drive. I have mine as save as PDF, and I hit save. And I'm just going to save it. If not, you could take a screenshot right here where it says you rescued all 7 members. And that is a recap and instructions for the game for order of operations from Tuesday, November 9th.